So hi everyone, thank you so much for joining this meeting. We are here with Ricardo. He is the consultant of Sarli. I'm Laura. I'm one of the VP of the executive team of the construction company. We also are with the rest of the team, and we are really excited to hear what you are going to talk about us about the economics indicator that will impact our operation. So thank you so much for joining, team.
We're going to start about talking about why it's important the economic indicators for a business. You will say, what my business has to do with the economic indicators? But first, because if you want to enter to a market, for example, you're here in Canada, you want to enter to the United States market, you have to know about the macro and the microeconomic situation of that country, because this can give you the advantage or the disadvantage that we'll have to invest in that country. Okay, so you have to make some analyze the trends of the market. So it's important to, in this trend analysis, you have to also look for the economic indicators trends to know if, for example, if the next year is going to be a good year for hiring people, hiring more people, or maybe investing in technology. Analyze those trends. Okay, so that's important. Okay. So, for example, what would you say that is the most important indicator for you as a construction company that you have to look for or you have to be aware?
I will say that it's important to consider the GDP. I think it's something we need to take into account.
I would say that there are importance, but not the most important indicators. I would say that the indicator you have to be most aware of is the building permits, because you as a construction company, you have to know, you have to be aware if it's a good season to hire people to make constructions for buildings. So the building permits indicator is an indicator that shows you the value of the buildings that are being constructed that are being initiation, their construction is going to be initiated. So it makes you a trend. If this, for example, if the last year the labor force was really bad, so there was not people to do some buildings. So, and as also related with inflation, with the banking situation of the country.
I have a question for you. So you mean that all the indicators are related with each other? What do you think about it? If one indicator is not good at the moment, what happens with the other ones?
Well, that's exactly what I want to talk about. It says about the domino effect. As you said, there are some indicators that are so related. There are others ones that no, but you have to pay attention to the domino effect. So, for example, I'm going to take an example with the unemployment rate. As far as you know, the employment rate is defined as the percentage of unemployed laborers of the total of the labor force, right? So, for example, in the Q3 of 2022, by now is 5.30%. This means that from the total labor force, that are millions here in Canada, 5.30% has no work, has no any kind of work, any job. So, for example, in this unemployment rate, how are the industrial implications? So first, you know that unemployment rate is not good when it's increasing. You know, it's not good. It's not beneficial for the company, and as indicates that the country is not able to generate enough employments for the people who is living in the country, right? At the same time, an increase of the unemployment rate is an indication of improper use of the resources of the economy, and as well, the unemployment rate will be like the outcome of economic recession, because due to the reducing of the income of the whole company or maybe of the whole market. So that's why it's a domino effect in this case. So that's why it's a domino effect in this case. As the revenue comes down, then there's starting the recession. So what makes the recession happen? Do the unemployment rate increase? Okay. In the COVID situation, COVID-19, what happened? As a result, the construction industry also faced a recession, because and also what happened, the major construction projects got paused for a while, and a lot of labor found it difficult for them to earn their living, resulting in reducing the less purchasing power and eventually the low GDP in the whole Canada. Okay, but what happened later? Like in 2022, the country recovered from the recession. There were more than twice as many jobs opening in the construction industry in 2022, with a peak of 90,000 positions available. So this helped, of course, to the construction industry to generate more jobs, and it boosts its revenue and profits, eventually adding into a better GDP for the whole company, for the whole country. So what happened with the consumers, for example, the customers that heard of our company? So, for example, if if it's a recession, right? Of course, the unemployment rate is going to increase. What happened with this? Many families, their purchasing power is going to be reduced, and of course, as a result, the poverty level of the country is going to increase. Okay.
I have a question there. For example, if we are a leading company in the industry, then do you think other smaller companies will take our lead and will also decide to have lay off in their own businesses?
Yes, for sure. Yes, because as you are leading the market, you are in a certain case, maybe you are the market. Okay, I mean or the leader is doing the layoff, so maybe something's happened. Why the industry that is getting more market is doing that? So you have to pay attention also for that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Ricardo.
You're welcome. So the company implications, for example, what happened in the other way? If the labor market slows down, that means, for example, there's not enough people who wants to go to get a job in the construction company. What will you have to do? You will have to pay more to the people to convince them to work in your industry. Okay. So, you have any questions about this, about the domino effect?
No, so far I think I quite understood. It will be also interesting to see how unemployment also affects other indicators that we need to take into account to make decisions, right?
Yes, for sure.
Hi, Ricardo. John here. Thank you for the presentation.
That's true.
So thank you so much, Ricardo.
Thank you, Ricardo.
This
You're welcome.
meeting was really illustrating for us to make better decisions for our health and also the industry health and the country. So thank you so much.